Okay, I like that. All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to No Filter, and we're getting ready to start the show. Yeah. Hey, everybody. You like that, Rahul? Hey, everybody.
That's my jam. That's my jam. Getting jiggy with it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to No Filter. Get ready to have some fun with great live conversations and the great debates with some crazy people, everybody. But before we get started with our topics, we have some great topics tonight. So just stay in with us, all right? And feel free to join in on the conversation. But before we get started, I want to do some brief introductions so you get to know who exactly our hosts are. But we're going to start with the ladies first. So, Carmen, tell us about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Carmen Rivera. I am a writer, media professional, and I am the world's only curvologist that I know about.
Curvologist, I like that. All right, all right. Jose.
Who's next?
Jose.
Okay. How you guys doing? Actor Jose Santiago. A lot of you guys know me from Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Sinister 2, a bunch of independent, No Chirac. I played Diablo, and going back to LA in a couple weeks to get another film done.
Yes, like that. Rahul.
Hey everyone, what's going on? Rahul Thakkar here. Actor, producer, comedian, writer. Just got done with a 2-time award-winning film that I executive produced. It will be available on Amazon Prime pretty soon.
Nice, nice. And I'm Sean Wilson. I'm a certified sexologist and a consultant with a sexual health and wellness company. So we're coming to you just to have some great conversations. And the first topic that we're going to talk about is defunding the police. What exactly does that mean? We know Black Lives Matter came up with the slogan about defunding the police, but there's a little confusion around that topic. We don't know exactly what that means. Is it no police? Is it self-police? What do we do? What do you all think about that? Should we do?
I think
we gotta go ladies first now. Ladies first for everything.
Oh, thanks. So I have to take the position as I don't think that we should. I don't like the word defund the police. Okay, let me just start there because a lot of people don't know what that means.
Right.
So I think we should unbind them. You know, like unbind the things that they're responsible for. I think the police are responsible for too much. They're like frontline workers for mental health, for homeless. And I'm not trying to be a cheerleader for cops. You know, there's good and bad in everything. And, you know, that's a whole other thing where people say, oh, cops are bad. No, because then you can't label all of anything bad. Because then all people are racist. All, you know, Puerto Ricans are lazy. You know, you've heard the stereotypes of Puerto Ricans lazy. So I'm just, you know, trying to put out there that we are dependent on our police because the state of Illinois, where we live, they've cut mental health programming. They've cut, you know, funding for every other thing for people who need it. And so the police are being utilized to do those jobs. They are not trained to do that.
So it's more about what they do, what they are authorized to do. They just have to.
Exactly. So when you send in, you know, somebody without the proper training into a mental health crisis, something bad's going to ignite. That's just how I see. So that's just my thing on defunding the police. I believe we need to fund, you know, mental health programs, you know, youth programs, keeping kids off the street programs. Absolutely. But these officers are out there for a reason, for violent crimes. There are gang members out there. There are people who want to do bad. We need that protection. So, you know, I have issue with the whole defund the police, you know, just program. But that's just
about what they do, right? I mean, what kind of training are they having that they feel that their authority is to be so brutal with everyone?
Right.
I mean, just asking a question of a police officer, you get attitude.
Right.
What's that all about? Right.
Yeah. You know, and you're right. I mean, I think you guys actually, you hit it right on the head. You can't ask them anything because they know everything. But unfortunately, what they don't know, and you're right, you cannot label all cops bad. We cannot do that because We all know somebody who's an officer or, you know, or a doctor or a lawyer or somebody like that, and a producer. You label all of them. That's it. You're putting everybody in one pot. It's only one bad apple. Now, mind you, lately it's been a whole basket full of bad apples, and I'm not gonna lie. All right, we're gonna call it like we see it.
Wait a minute now. When you have a bad apples normally get fired. Bad apples can make other apples bad.
Yes, and that's the thing. They need to be held. They need to be held responsible for what they did. Absolutely. You know, if I go and kill somebody, I'm going to prison. I might even get the death penalty. I might get the death penalty. Why? Because of my skin color? Because I don't wear a badge? Because I'm Puerto Rican, Mexican, Spaniard, and African, and everything else. I don't get a say so. And oh, judge, let's just give him life because he was. No, that's not even cool. You can't label one Puerto Rican bad. You just label that one Puerto Rican. He's a bad Puerto Rican. He's a bad Mexican. That's it. But you can't say all of your people are like you because that's racist.
But
now
see, here's
a whole nother level.
Yeah. So here's the thing. When it comes to defunding the police, I think that's bullshit because I don't think we should defund the police, but I think we should do like a psychosis test. Like we should question the personnel that's hiring them. And before it's just like getting your driver's license. You have to go through the preliminary steps. You have to take an aptitude test. Let me
interrupt you, but you do have to take what they jokingly call a crazy test.
Yes, they do.
Test to
how often do they take that crazy test?
Yeah, but how thorough is the test? Because the people that they're hiring, they still have the mentality that they're cops. They go out shooting to kill. That's their mentality. They don't have that mentality of protect and serve.
That's why
they take that.
So what can we do to channel their personality to make sure their mental stability is up to standards with?
They need to be tested every year. They need to be tested every year, just like a job at the steel mill or anywhere else. You get a physical every year. They need a physical. They can't go on there for 20 years or 10 years or 5 years and all of a sudden, oh, I shot somebody, I need help. No, you needed help 5 years ago, you crazy son of a bitch.
Right, and
not just a physical, but a psychiatrist, see a shrink or something like that.
A physical test, a psychological test.
The test that's initially given upon their hiring. They go to a psychiatrist, not inside the department. This isn't I agree.
What's the frequency? But what's the frequency of the test?
That's what we need. We need it every year, Raul. Every year. They're doing it maybe whenever they have a shooting. That's it.
Right, and they need to be held to, I think, and this is my opinion, they need to be held to a higher standard. When this stuff happens, they know better. They know that that's wrong. You know, they know that the violence to an extent is wrong. So that's taking them to a higher standard. That's like a teacher doing something wrong to a student. They're held to a higher standard. But
what do you think about like them changing departments from time to time? I think sometimes you get stuck in one position for so long that you just become jaded by it, right?
But see, here's the thing. Changing departments, that really to me is kind of just an excuse for their stupidity. You don't need to change the department. You need to change. Like it's just like for example, have you ever heard the saying, you surround yourself around who you want to be like? Or if you want to be successful, you surround yourself around successful people.
Right.
Just like a cop. If a cop is going to be crooked, he's going to be surrounding himself around crooked son of a bitches. So we need to also evaluate, okay, what kinds of influences does this cop have inside and outside of work? So on his days off, is he exposed to some bigot shit, or what kind of stuff is he exposed to have him think a certain way? Does that make sense?
That's crossing over into your privacy. So that's something where that's a legal thing. That crossing over into somebody's private.
Well, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes.
What do you mean by that, Carmen? What do you mean by that? It crosses over.
I don't know, because I mean, then you're holding them to like a public. Well, they are public figures, so yeah, I don't know. I'm correcting myself as I go, as I talk about it. Like politicians, they're held to that standard. What they do in their personal life is on camera, isn't in the open, you know?
But if you're a police officer, you get it's just like being a surgeon. You're kind of on the clock all the time. You have no freaking life. So even off-duty police officers, whenever shit hits the fan, you're always seeing them swoop in and save the day. So it's kind of like you're kind of embedded into the career, basically. If you have the badge, you're embedded into the career.
Yeah, and the more I think about it, you're right, because if they are to be in the public, and I don't know about moving them around, because when you're kids in a community, and like for the bigger communities, like smaller departments only have so many officers, you know, they have only so much staff. And let me just say this, because of the environment right now with police officers, they are not able to hire like school teachers come in. School teachers are hard to find. Imagine police officers. So the retirees are going out so quickly. There's no one to replace them right now. So there's like very little officers. So the more you talk about defunding them and taking the resources away, like bulletproof vests, those things cost 15 grand a piece, you know, for a department. So it's hard to kind of say that. But going back to what Rahul said about, you know, just making them public figures, that's fine, because then they have to be held to that standard like a public official, like a mayor, a council person.
Yes. Because once you're a cop, you're always a cop, whether you're on the clock or you're not. Once you have the badge, you're always a freaking cop. You get paid a yearly salary. You're always a freaking cop. There is no clocking in or clocking out or hourly salary. You're off the clock. There's none of that. Once you're a cop, you're always a cop.
Raul sounds like he's a robot.
I can't hear Jose. He's asking something, I think.
Yeah, I just texted something. Sorry, hon.
Oh, okay.
Hang on.
So I thought I saw a message from somebody asking if to be a police officer, they need a bachelor's degree. I don't think they do.
No.
I think they need just training. They go to police academy. I think you can go straight out of high school, but a lot of them are encouraged to go at least get an associate's degree.
Yeah, they got to get an associate.
Yeah, but I didn't see the rest of that question, but go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
Oh, it's back on me. I got kicked out for some reason. Okay, so are we finished with that topic? Because I thought the topic that it's not really about what it is that, you know, it's about what they do and what authority that they have.
Right.
Right? And what are you going to do if you defund the police department? Where's that money going to be allocated to? Right? And so they're just saying, what does that mean to defund it? Is to just, can we not give them, I mean, how much they're giving them? $1.8 billion a year? That's their budget, I think, something like that, right?
That's Chicago. You're not talking about the smaller municipalities don't even get that much.
No, they're lucky if they get a couple 100,000 a year.
Right. And like I said, bulletproof vests alone are like 15 grand a piece.
Yeah, and you got the whole city of Chicago walking around with armored vests and suits, and that's expensive. The military, our soldiers don't even get to wear that. That is ridiculous. My son's a Marine. Marine.
Something else people should realize is that the police are ordered to follow the ordinances and laws of the village, their town, their city. You know who makes those ordinances? Your council people, your mayors.
And who do they work for?
Your elected officials that you vote for make those laws. So when you get stopped by a cop for something stupid, that's because that law, that ordinance, whether how stupid it is, broken taillight, you hanging out in a park after dark, they have to enforce those ordinances. That's what they're there for.
But
That's catch 2020 when you're talking about police harassing people, but that's what they have to do. If they
wait a minute, Carmen. I understand that they're following some ordinances, but you don't have to harass me in the process of it now.
No, I'm not saying they have to.
It's not a police office. See, it's not one police officer. It's an entire personnel. The manager or whatever you call it, commander in chief, the police reports to. It's the it's the higher ups. It's the people in the office that are working on the desk. It's all the personnel that's associated with the law enforcement needs to be. The whole hiring process needs to be revamped and go through whole testing and stuff. That cop had 14. Quote me if I'm wrong, 14 or 17 citations.
Right.
Why did they not take any action after like the fifth citation? What happened?
All of them.
Right.
His superiors, his commanders, everybody should be punished for him. Not just him and those other idiots that were watching him do it. The commander, the chief, the staff. They should
he works for the city.
All of them.
Okay, listen, everybody. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next topic, everybody. All right. So listen, COVID-19. We're all living in it right now, right?
Coronavirus.
What's that?
What is that? What is that? Nobody knows because no one has on masks. No one.
Nope.
But hey, there's a second wave that's coming, right?
Okay.
Y'all ready for it? Are you ready for it? Now
Yeah.
listen, there's a second wave that's coming. So right now you have everyone saying, look, let's open up the cities. Let's get the businesses back going. Are you all ready for that? Really? I'm happy staying at home.
I'm not.
This is good. This is great.
I haven't stood at home. I've been working every day. I've been out there with my customers. And guess what? The CDC just announced, we're sorry. We made a mistake. No shit, Sherlock. It can't be transmitted through touch. And it can't be transmitted through people talking to you. It has to be, you have to swallow it. It's got to be in the air. If somebody sneezes on you, if they sneeze on you and you open your mouth and you got it in you, that's on you.
Now wait a minute, Jose. I've been talking to somebody.
Who's gonna open their mouth after someone sneezes? Sneeze on me.
There's some sick people out there. Shit. Like,
So
you see those girls on Facebook?
I've been going to work every day since this started. I've not stopped going to work, and I'm tired of just going to work, going home, working home, working home. So I'm ready to go to a rooftop, order a drink,
bar, a restaurant.
Have somebody say,
let me tell you, I'm gonna say this. Live your lives, because people said, oh, yeah, this is gonna happen. The government's trying to scare you. I said, who's trying to scare who? And somebody made a comment like, oh, they're just trying to put the fear in you. I'm like if whatever. I said, it fucking worked, you sheep. Put masks on. You guys stood home. You didn't go to work. You lost your job. And now the sheep don't want to go back to work because they're getting unemployment.
Why not be sorry?
They said sorry because they knew that they messed up, and that what they told at the beginning of all this.
They never said anything about touch. They said if you touch something, some saliva, put it in your face, in your mouth.
Okay,
so now you know no one washes their hands.
Hey, I touch dirt all day long, and I'm on my face. I'm working with dirt and mud, and I'm touching my face. Girl, I'm getting my sandwich, and I'm eating it. Let me tell you something. That's that Latino blood. We eat a lot of jalapenos, so that shit ain't gonna bother us. Bring on the coronavirus.
So how would you handle it then?
Okay, so let me ask you.
I'll do it the old-fashioned way, like my grandma. Some chicken noodle soup, some Vicks Vapor Rub, some alcohol. Lay my ass in bed for 3 days, sweat it out, get your ass back to work, boy.
Okay, so let me ask you this: if it's through basically saliva, what if you're married and you decide to do hanky panky with your spouse?
Well, you better make sure that
you don't gotta worry about it. First of all, Raul, if you're married, you and your spouse ain't having sex anymore. It's over.
Oh!
Look at Raul's face.
Maybe you're not, but I know that I will, because I'm a goddamn cancer, and we're freaks in bed. I'm a cancer.
Rails.
All right. Rails. That is too funny. That is too funny. So you don't think people are having sex?
Well, they are, but I mean, we all have these genes. We all have these genes. We all carry the genes of everything. It's something that triggers it. So we're probably walking around right now with symptoms of coronavirus in our system, but we don't have any. We're not sweating. We're not crying. We're not hurting. But the day you do catch the flu, you just enhanced it. It's a super flu. It's all it is. What happens next year when we get the Heineken virus. Are we going to shut the country down again?
So,
I mean, people are out of work. 30 to 40 million people out of work.
Come November and December, new babies are going to be born. I'm telling you, either new babies are going to be born or there's going to be divorces that happen, because I'm telling you that a lot of couples have gone through some fucked up shit, through some arguments and all that, want to whip each other's hairs out. They can't kill their kids. They can't smack their kids around, so they get divorced.
People are now also having great times with each other. They're learning each other more. They're having better conversations. It's bringing them closer together. So everyone is not in the doom and gloom of the relationship because they're together.
Yeah, but some people are being driven crazy. Like for example, look at me. If I was married and my wife was stuck with me at home for 24 hours a day, I would probably make her batshit crazy. I would make her batshit crazy.
She'd kill you.
She would kill me.
She'd kill herself.
She would kill me, and I wouldn't blame her. I'd kill myself too. That's why I need to get out of the house for 8 hours so she doesn't see my face for 8 hours.
I'm so glad that you know yourself so well. Rahul said everybody's just going to die in the house.
You know what? We wouldn't be in this mess if everybody kept doing what we were taught to do when we were kids. You go outside, you come in, you wash your hands, you take off your clothes, you take a shower, take off your shoes. No, our nasty asses walk around now, and we put our shoes on the bed, on the couches. That's some nasty shit.
There's a lot of
bitches, not me.
There's a lot of filthy ass people in this world. Filthy ass people. I'll tell you that right now.
How many times have you gone somewhere and smelled somebody?
I just said something to my kid the other day. I said, you know what, with this coronavirus about the spit, we were just talking about it, and I said, that's why I always said, but it's not. This is just how I was raised. My mother used to tell me, you take off your shoes when you get in the door because you step where people spit.
That's
and I
right.
want that track through my house. So I grew up saying it to my kids. So my son said something about the coronavirus. I said, that's why I tell you, take your damn shoes off.
That's right.
Because I get damn spit track through my house. Because I lay on the damn floor sometimes to work out. Go put your shoes over there. There ain't no shoes allowed in the rooms.
And eating in the bedroom. Man, hold on.
No.
Pigs eat where they sleep and shit.
I'm grown. I don't even eat in my bedroom.
No, I stay at the table. Once in a while, I get a coffee table or a TV tray, and I walk once in a while. But these kids today, they nasty. That's who's spreading the fucking disease. All them damn millennials.
If you want to make it through the coronavirus, either increase your immune system. How do you do that? Eat your vegetables or drink
your vitamins.
Drink apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, the mother brand, or have those emergency packets.
Take your vitamins, work out, sleep.
Eat healthy.
How am I supposed to work out? All the damn gyms are closed.
Okay, but right now,
everyone.
I'm getting fat.
You don't need a gym to work out.
When were you skinny?
Do some sit-ups.
I'm getting fat.
Should they open up the businesses?
I can't do no sit-ups.
Should they open up businesses now? Should we?
I can do go push-ups.
Should we just go back to normal?
I think businesses should open back up. I believe these people have suffered enough. They need to change the way they do things because we don't know how serious it is or how it's transmitted. Nobody freaking knows.
Right.
So open the business up, take precautions. People need to be mindful, be mindful.
Respectful, yeah.
Respectful, mindful about what you're touching. Don't be like the buffet. This is why I don't eat a buffet because people do this shit.
No.
People do that shit in the store too. They're like picking their nose and they touch their nose.
Or the buffet has that little thing where the sneeze guard and you got your head underneath there. What the hell? I ain't that shit.
I was at one of the grocery stores and someone was eating out of that tray.
Yeah. The economy needs to get better so the stock market can get better. I'm tired of losing money in the damn stock market. Give me my money back.
Just buy more right now.
Just buy.
Are you crazy?
Buy.
Do you know the shit that happened in the stock market today?
No, what happened?
It was down 1,500 points. Everything I made on Friday and Monday, I lost back. You know why? Because of the shit that's happening in Seattle. Did you hear about that?
The kid?
Yeah, the Antifa, they snuck into businesses and they threatened to blow it down and stuff. Yeah.
So listen, let's talk about the unemployment rate then.
Oh, 40%. I mean, what is it? 40 million people.
But wait a minute though, but is it a conspiracy or not, right? They just had a report come out that said that the numbers were not really the numbers. They were also adding in the employed but still working, right? So, but not working. You're employed but not working.
You're right.
All this is bullshit. All this is bullshit.
That went to apply for, he got laid off. Well, not laid off, but said not to come back in. Went to apply for unemployment. And when he got there and they called back to the company says, oh no, he just doesn't have any hours. What does that mean? That means he's not working.
Oh, not the government. The government didn't lie, did they? No way.
That means he got laid off.
That means he has laid off. So why didn't he get his unemployment? We denied him unemployment.
Yeah, they will.
Because now, just like the
coronavirus. How many? Okay, now I got a question. How many family members got sick, or somebody died in your family since this happened, or somebody's family, and they couldn't say goodbye to that person?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was a little upset because I know people who died. They didn't die of corona. They died of a heart problem or intestinal problem. They wrote down coronavirus, killed them, and then you can't even go. But this victim, George Floyd, he's got a gold casket, thousands of people, all kind of funerals. Man, I don't know. Somebody,
you know why?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Jose. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? You just jumped off into something altogether.
I know. I had to go backwards.
Oh, okay, all right.
Wait the hell over there. You got nothing to do with the other, man.
Jose said, I have something to say. I have another topic to bring up.
But see,
you're right. Yeah, the government, they're fudging the numbers. They're fudging the numbers for the coronas, the infected people, everybody.
When they start opening up businesses, like for example, if malls and movie theaters are open, that's like 3,000. That's like 10 to 20,000 jobs right there that have been filled.
Movie theaters are going bankrupt.
You know what's going to happen is kids are not going to be able to get summer jobs because so many adults are out of work.
Right.
Fuck the kids. I earned working. I earned it. They gotta earn it. They gotta save their money and not spend it on $1,000 fucking iPhone, man.
I'm talking about like McDonald's.
I earned my money.
They have gardens.
Get out my way and let me work.
There's grass to cut, right? Right, Rahul?
They need to start by being an extra first for a few years, and then you get a speaking role. You don't get a speaking role. You got to start by being an extra first, bitch. Then you work your way up.
I got a speaking role.
Okay, well, you're the exception. I'm talking about majority. I'm talking about the majority. You start out from the bottom, work your way up.
Let me ask you a question though. When you talk about that, those little jobs, the McDonald's and all of those jobs were for kids. Right. That was not for adults to have.
No, it is not. It is now. They want $15 to $20 an hour.
That's why people want $15, $20 an hour, like Jose said, because those started out as like the after-school jobs.
That's right.
After-school jobs, and because adults who didn't get the proper education, whatever it may be, I'm not judging anyone, but that they got that job, they wanted that job. Now they're complaining that they're not making enough, and I know this is off track, but it's still kind of relevant because now you're going to have adults really taking those jobs because there's nothing. Because a lot of places have had to scale back. I'm talking corporations. They've scaled back. A friend of mine worked for one of the media companies downtown, and the radios, they own a lot of radio stations, and they cut back their salespeople. That is the last thing you cut are salespeople in media companies because they're the ones who bring in the revenue. So
do you see corporations are just using this as a reason to scale back? You know, they're right? Do they really need to scale back?
Let me ask you.
Yeah, because they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the quarter.
I always do by example. So watch this. You're making $17 an hour. Let's say you live in Naperville. You got to get on the train or the bus and get all the way downtown to make $17 an hour with shitty benefits. But You go to McDonald's down the street from your house and you're making $15 an hour, no transportation, and they excellent benefits. Which one are you going to do? So now the workforce cannot afford to have these people working in these buildings because nobody wants to work for 16, 17 bucks and not get a paycheck because they got shitty benefits when they can go work for McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy, making 15 to 20 bucks an hour with great benefits. That's
or the
see how it all
Walmart.
flipped around? It all flipped around.
Or the Walmart.
McDonald's workers are making $20 an hour.
Costco, they're making 20 bucks an hour. If you work on a Sunday at Costco, you get, from what I hear, you get
Time
double
and a half.
time. Yeah,
It's
you
time
get
and a
time and a half. Yes, yes.
$30 an hour.
Plus, you get the discount.
Hey,
You
you
get
get the benefits.
with the benefits. So if you work at Sam's Club, you get benefit at Walmart because they only
Is Sam's Club even open?
Yeah,
Hell yeah, Walmart's over there own Sam's Club.
it's Sam's. Walmart owns Sam's, or Sam's own Walmart. I don't know, but there's
And see, young people who are like in their teens or early 20s, they don't do shit. Like,
No.
I hate going to, like, they don't work. They have a horrible work ethic. So I think the minimum wage should be
Not
prorated on experience that you have. If you've worked in the industry for several years and you have experience in that industry, it should be prorated. Because why am I going to get a job with some 19, 20-year-old that ain't work a damn day in his life getting paid more than me? Fuck that, hell no.
I have to say, there was a Christmas season that I went to work for UPS because I wanted some side cash. I didn't want to dip in my monthly salary. So I worked at UPS. No matter what your degree is in, no matter if you got a high school degree, master's, you start unloading or loading trucks. That's
Shipping
UPS.
and receiving, unloading and loading.
Everybody starts at the same level.
Everyone starts at the bottom, Rahul.
Yeah,
Everyone
at the bottom and work their way up like I did.
My supervisor was a girl that wasn't older as my son. She was 22 years old. But I'll tell you what, that little girl could load and unload a truck like a freaking rock star.
No, so, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying,
that supervisor at all. Not at all. That girl might pay $10 more than me an hour.
What I'm saying,
that chick.
And she
what I'm saying is companies.
I didn't want to do that shit. After Christmas, I was like, I'm done, man. My body can't do this shit no more. Mama's gotta go.
I bought my shoes. I'm ready to go.
That's why I opened my own company.
Deuces.
What I'm saying is companies have their own they have their own pay that everyone gets. So what I'm saying is, like, for example, if somebody was like let's say Target, for example, if someone was going to get hired at Target pays $13.50 an hour. So
how do you know all of this? Rahul, how do you
know?
He
works at Target.
No, I walk into Target to shop and it says on the sign $13.50 an hour. So so anyways, so let's say if Target was hiring someone that was in their 30s, they would get paid the same amount as somebody in their 20s. I think what they should do is it should be based on the job experience. If you're 19, 20 years old and you've only had 2 jobs in your life, you're going to get paid.
No, Rahul, if you're going in for the same job, the job pays what the job pays.
Yes.
You know, if you have more experience, you shouldn't be going for that job, for that position.
Right. I agree with
you. Thank you for agreeing with me. I like that.
But what if you coronavirus? What happens if you can't find shit?
What are you good at, Rahul? What are you good at? What are you good at?
I'm an interpreter, so I got my certification as an interpreter.
Good. What else?
Acting, producing comedy.
Okay.
How
about creating your own business? Work for yourself.
Wait a minute, Jose. Listen at this. All of the things that you just said has nothing to do with unloading some boxes at the party.
I got to unload shit all the time. Lots of wood.
Because you're a producer.
I'm just giving an example of what people are getting paid the same amount as others who don't have experience.
Right.
With your experience, you can go into a job, into Target and say, or McDonald's and say, I want this job, but your experience has nothing to do with the job.
True.
I see your point. I see your point.
I appreciate that. I never thought I would hear that from you. Thank you.
Some people hire based on experience. So if I have zero experience working in the aisle or on a cash register, I'm gonna start at the bottom, even though I
gotta learn.
That's right.
My
And
son, my
your
20-year-old
work
son, my 20-year-old son works for me.
And
My
maybe
twen-
your work ethic can move you up faster,
Yeah.
right? But you're gonna start where
Let me tell you how bad I am, Raul. My 20-year-old son works for me. You've seen the videos and the pictures of Santiago Construction and everything. He's 20 years old. He's the only millennial kid I know that has a job like working for me, working for his dad. And I'm not his dad at the job. I'll bust his ass. I'll make him cry. I'll cuss him out. I'm the boss. It's my company. You do what I say. You don't do it your way. You do it my way.
Right.
And if you want to do it your way, take your ass out there and go find a job. Oh, guess what? No one's going to hire you because you don't know shit. I'm giving you a trade. There are not a lot of dads out there that will take their sons or their kids under their wing, even though the kid might not stand this job. I fucking hate this company. I'm not doing this shit. But guess what? I'm not teaching you to love doing this shit. I'm teaching you so you know how to do this shit. So when you get up age and I'm fucking 6 feet under or ashes in the wind, guess what you can say? Damn, my dad taught me a lot. That's all I want from my dad. I don't want them kissing my ass. I want them to say, well, Dad taught me something before he died. You're fucking right, I did. I got
what is the job? What is the job that you're teaching your son?
I own my own construction company.
Right. So here's the thing. So if he goes to another construction company, he now has leverage because he now has a skill that he can say,
exactly. You can walk in there and say, hey, they're going to say, we're looking for framers. I'm a framer. You're 21 years old. What do you know about framing?
Right.
He's been working with me since he was 17.
He can do the job. If he can do the job, I've seen some kids that are magnificent at stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we got to give them a chance. They got to come to work. And don't come to work doing this shit.
You can tell right
off. And I will throw it.
You can tell right off nowadays kids with good work ethic. Because I've had kids come from some of the best colleges when I was still in journalism as my interns and try to fall asleep on a fucking sofa. I would kick them and say, get your ass up.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck is, who does that?
Lazy fucks.
Lazy kids.
Okay.
Right. I can see
what ethnicity they were, but I'm just gonna say what ethnicity they were. I was like, who the fuck does that? Who
see,
you are passionate about the family. It's like, yeah, get them out of here.
I don't like
I come from an immigrant family. I come from an immigrant family.
Ass making snowshoes, you know, and I had to work. So I had to work for $5 an hour back then, and that's not telling how old I am. But anyway,
I come from an immigrant family. My parents taught me hard work. They taught me the value of hard work.
Right. You don't get paid if you don't work, and these kids they come in. Well, I'm gonna get a degree in X, so I really there's nothing to do. Find something to fucking do.
That's right.
Find something to fucking do.
Make yourself valuable, right?
You know what gets me is that the new survey was. They did a survey on kids coming out of high school. These fucking mutants, these fucking millennials, think that they have to come out of high school making $120,000 a year. Fuck, it took me 20 years to make fucking $120,000 a year.
Someone told them that.
Right. But they're so fucking stupid, they believe it. Oh, I gotta have $120 a year. Go play on your fucking iPhone in your mom's basement with your fucking Xbox, you fucking freak. You fucking lazy mutant.
So when September 11 happened, okay, I was a journalist at a newspaper, okay? September 11
Man,
happened.
someone's angry.
I know, right? 10 years in the business. I was already 10 years, a decade in the business, and I got sent by the editor of our newspaper when on September 11th, the editor looked around. I was the youngest journalist in the room, and she looked around. But again, I was already 10 years in the business. Right. She turned around, she goes, somebody go get me the Sun Times. That was the challenging newspaper, our competitor. Who had to go get the Sun Times? Me. I was already a writer. I had to run out the door, go fetch a paper. Mm-hmm. You did what you had to do.
You did what you had to do to keep your job and survive.
That's right.
Now, see, on the flip side, we live in a society where people make money, but they spend it on stupid shit. They're not investing. So Jose, back to you. You know, you're teaching your son the value of hard work, but are you teaching him investing? Are you teaching him stock market, real estate investing? Are you teaching him 401k?
Fuck that.
Are you teaching him savings accounts, CDs, all of that?
Let me tell you. He hasn't gotten a car. Right now, my friend that we just finished a huge debt all around his pool, patio, levels, all kind of beautiful backyard now. We just finished it. He's got a car for sale for $1,500. He's like, hey, Dad. I said, nah, motherfucker. Nah. You need a car. I got a fucking truck. You need a car. So guess what? Every week when I pay you, you put your money away. Keep $50 in your pocket for you for the week for whatever, cigarettes, whatever you want to do. 50, not 150, not 250, 50. The rest put in your account. He's at $700 now, and that was 2 weeks ago.
Good.
In 2 more weeks, he'll have his fucking car that he works for, that he paid for. Daddy ain't doing that shit. My dad didn't do it for me.
Does your son understand the value of credit and credit cards, and you have to pay more than the interest?
You don't want no credit card.
Don't get them.
I pay everything cash. I cleared all my debt. I am debt free. I don't owe nobody shit. Everything I have, I own. So I got rid of credit cards. I got rid of loans. I got rid of everything. Everything's zero.
You do, but kids don't.
If you got
parents need to teach their kids.
You owe a lot of people money.
But he still needs to have, but wait a minute, Jose. He still needs to have some responsibility around that, and you need some credit card to.
Well, no. I use my banks. I use my bank.
But that's
something. Take it out. Take a little loan. Put it back.
How old is your kid? How old is your kid?
See, I know that, you know that, but
that's my youngest.
We gotta teach kids the value of how credit works, and you gotta pay your shit on time. You gotta pay more than the minimum and things like that. We gotta teach them how. Okay, don't go to Bank of America because they only pay 0.03 APY. Go to this bank, or invest your money in a CD for 3 months, or this is how you invest in the stock market. We got to teach them to invest their money so they're not spending on stupid shit like going out and spending $1,000 on an iPhone. Why the fuck you need $1,000 iPhone when you can use a $300 phone?
They have to make money to save money first.
I use a fucking $300 phone.
So my son is 24, okay? He taught me how to invest in these whatever. I don't know. He invests in like technology companies. He's a tech head. He's in cybersecurity, right? Right now he's making a lot of money. But back when he started doing investments, I was scared of what he was investing this money. I'm like, mijo, put your money in the bank, put some in your mattress, always keep it separate.
That's how we were taught.
Right. Because
I didn't know the best teaching now.
Well, I'm like, Jose, I was like, I lost money, but then I repaired it. Now I understand better because nobody taught us as kids how to control our credit. We weren't taught. We were just like, hey, send us cards. So anyway, my son did it such a smart way because I opened him a bank account through my bank account so he could learn how to do that. Mm-hmm. But it was his own. So once he got to college, that severed that. But then he started investing in these stocks with technology companies. And I would tell him, mijo, don't do that. You're going to lose all your fucking money. That boy was making big time money on those investments.
You don't lose your money. You don't lose your money in technology stocks. No. Those are big money right there.
Explain it to me. And I'm like, I don't even understand. Just do it for me. Here's $1,000. Do it for me.
Yep. Your $1,000.
I become the oldest.
$1,000 not going to buy you shit.
I become the only spirit like, here's my money. Just do it for me, okay?
Carmen, we have a question on the table. So are we teaching our children entrepreneurship? Now, right now, we're talking about unemployment,
You know what? We need to. We need to. We are the only race. We are the only ethnicity that do not teach our children in school entrepreneurship. Let me tell you something. We were taught to go to school, get good grades, get an education, go to college, get a degree, get a good job.
Degree doesn't mean shit. Degree doesn't mean shit.
Now you go to Beverly Hills where we film shows, and I know white kids out there, they got 3 entrepreneur classes in fucking grade school.
Yeah.
They are bred to be leaders. While us, I'm gonna say us, and I know people are right. Oh, he's racist. No, motherfucker, I'm talking about my people, all of us. We ain't raised that way. We aren't raised that way. go to school,
That's
good
your
grades,
experience.
1 degrees. Nah.
But now,
I was a street pharmacist for a long time.
all of us know now. What are those conversations that we're having, right? Everyone on this call right now, we are all entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
What are the conversations that you're having with the unemployment rate where it is, right? People need to have multiple streams of income. They need to do something to make sure that they are secure in their life, right?
But see,
For
parents,
their families, for their communities. So what is it
Everybody
that what conversations are you having out there to teach young people about entrepreneurship? Because here's the thing, let me just say this, Rahul. This thing right here with the COVID-19, yes, it should have been nothing but an inconvenience. It should have never been an emergency for people if they were prepared. So how do we teach ourselves and others to be prepared?
And how do you be prepared? You have backup money. How do you have backup money? Maybe stock market, maybe real estate investing, maybe other streams of income that you got. Maybe have a sugar mama that's making money while you're unemployed. Something.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
You know what? Raul, you know any sugar mamas that they gonna go buy me a motorcycle?
I do, yes. I do, yes. I do.
No, you know what? We just gotta be smarter with our money. You gotta put away for a rainy day, guys. You gotta because you know what? Emergencies always come up.
Always.
They do.
Always. And I got grandkids now. It's always a fucking emergency.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I got 4 of them.
Well, my
Congratulations.
Congratulations on what? Fucking me? Because that's what happens. I got money going out everywhere.
I love
hey,
my grandkids.
that's your fault for having kids in the first place.
I love my grandkids more than I love my kids.
No. That's normally how it works too.
I know, they're awesome. If I have grandkids, I know I can get the fuck away from me.
Send them home.
Right.
So I believe that we do need to teach those kids how to be their own bosses, and that's what I instill in my kids. I'm like, I wish somebody would have told me, mijo, to buy property in the 90s. I lived in Humboldt Park, and I worked in Bucktown when it was hookers over there, when there was shit on the streets. That Hollywood Grill was falling down, and they had houses over there for 80 grand. I was stupid. I used to buy cars. What for what? I had 5 cars when I was 20 years old for nothing to prove that Fullerton. For what?
I met 25. I
would have been fucking rich. So I teach my kids now. I'm like, whatever you do, if you can buy a condo in River Forest, if you can buy a piece of property, buy it.
I met 25-year-olds that freaking don't even know how to write a goddamn check. Like I used to have a friend who was 22, and I'm like, and we went someplace, and he looked at me, he's like, how do you write a check? I'm like, motherfucker, you're 20 years old, you don't know how to write a check. I knew how to write a check.
Write in cursive no more.
I knew how to write a check when I was 16 years old.
I bought my granddaughter.
No one still writes.
I knew how to write a check when I was 20. My credit score was 700 when I was 22 years old.
What is it now?
No one writes checks anymore.
800.
I write checks.
No.
You're into my sugar daddy.
No. So listen, everybody. So we have covered a lot tonight. We have, talked about the funding of the police department. We've talked about COVID. We didn't really talk about COVID and romance. I think you all kind of shied away from that one.
I had mine. I was good there.
You're good.
I'm staying safe.
Hey, the only thing I gotta say about romance is whatever woman ends up with me, I'm gonna make her day. Because I'm a motherfucking Cancer, and we are freaks in bed.
Okay, Rahul.
Damn, Rahul. Shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Leave him alone. Look, he's letting everyone know. He's letting everyone know. Listen.
I know. I'm messing with him. I love Rahul.
This was good though, but I want to just say, look, as we are coming to
Rahul looking for a date.
I'm so sorry.
That's our next episode.
I got a little too excited. I'm sorry. I got a little too excited. My emotions sometimes take the best of me. I'm so sorry about that. Just don't hesitate to hit the mute button if you feel like you need to. I'm so sorry.
So listen, how can everybody find you all? What are you all up to these days? We're gonna bring this to a close. I'll see that.
They didn't put your fucking phone number on the
I
fucking
know, right?
little sticker.
No, don't put my phone number out there, please. So you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Carmen. I am the first one.
We gotta take it one at a time.
If any of you women want a sugar daddy, I'm single and ready to mingle. Call me. Give me your number.
Hey, everybody that's listening, you know what to do. Put it in the comments that you want to call you. But listen, let's start with Carmen. Carmen, where can everyone find you? What are you up to? What do you have going on?
I am all over social media. I am at Carmen on Twitter. I am the first Carmen on Twitter. That's how long I've been on social media. I'm at Carmen on Twitter. I am Curvologist Carmen on Instagram. And I am Carmen C. Rivera on Facebook. I hate Facebook, so I prefer you hit me up the other places. Otherwise, I am around. I am around this great city of Chicago. I still love this place, and we're going to fix it up again.
Absolutely. Rahul, what do you have going on?
Well, I am going to be getting ready to put my 2-time award-winning short film on Amazon Prime. And right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to increase my net worth so that way I can finance my own films, because I'm sick and tired of people stereotyping me. So you know what? I got to do shit my own way and then show them how it's done properly with diversity. So I'm trying to produce my own shit. You can find me on Instagram at official Rahul Thakkar. That's RAHUL, not RAUL. I'm not Hispanic. I'm Indian. So it's official Rahul Thakkar. And you can look me up on IMDb as well. What's so funny, Jose? What is so funny?
I like the way you say that. I'm Rahul. I'm not Hispanic.
I'm Indian.
I love it.
I love
you
it.
had me fooled. I thought you were Dominican.
Damn, Jose.
I'm good. I'm good.
You crazy?
You are good. You are good.
That was quick, man. That was quick.
Right.
That's why they call me Johnny on the spot.
Girl, you crazy.
Rahul,
right.
I'm Rahul, not Raul.
Yeah, I'm Rahul, not Rahul.
Punto.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yes. Rahul.
Now, you don't even say it with that roll in your tongue.
Yeah.
I give him credit for being able to do it.
Now that's Hispanic. It's Rahul. That's us. You're Rahul.
Yes, there we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Jose, tell us where we can find you.
You guys, I'm everywhere. I'm all
what you
over
got
the place.
going on right now?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at actor J, just the letter J Santiago. On Facebook, I'm not really on Facebook anymore because it's getting, I call it fuckbook. It's bullshit. You can find me at Jose Santiago Jr. on Facebook. And I also have my own YouTube channel, Jose Santiago Jr.
Oh, nice. And
so I'm gonna start doing more videos on YouTube and then sharing them over to those sites because I'm done with Facebook. I've been blocked. I've been all kinds of shit.
I've never been blocked. That's surprising.
You can't play my videos.
Jose, what are you posting?
That's surprising that I've never been blocked on Facebook. With my big mouth, I've never been blocked on Facebook. That's surprising.
Well,
that's because you're Indian and then you're gonna blow some shit up.
Right.
Sean,
Jose,
you're Hispanic.
Jose,
I know.
So what?
I do drugs.
Jose, what are you posting over on YouTube?
What's that, honey?
What are you putting on YouTube? What are you putting on YouTube?
I do a lot of videos like when we're on set, so behind the scene live videos.
Great.
I do a lot of talking to the kids. I try to do a video every day about positive, more motivation and being positive. There's enough negativity in the world, so I don't feed into it no more. I've been kind of done with it. It took over the last couple of days. I lost my shit. But you know what? I thought about it. I said, why? Why?
Yeah.
Don't give that fucking devil that much fucking juice no more. You know, so now I gotta talk positive to people. I tell them to follow their dreams, never give up, keep moving forward. Don't look back, because that's your past. If you're moving forward, you have no reason to look back.
Awesome.
I say a lot of fucked up shit on Facebook.
Yes, you do, Rahul. Oh, I am Sean Wilson. I can be found at The Bedroom Blueprint on Instagram, The Bedroom Blueprint on Facebook as well. And my website is The Bedroom Blueprint. I do these fun parties every Saturday on Zoom right now. So if you want to have a sexy, sensual party, go to The Bedroom Blueprint. Check it out.
Are there hot single women?
Right. Say that again, Rahul.
Are there single women that need a sugar daddy? Because I'm available.
Get your last little ugly plug in. Go ahead. Say it again.
Are there any women that need a sugar daddy? Because I'm available.
So everyone, if you're interested in that pool, go ahead and shout them out. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you for having me.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at Indie TV.